You're listening to Amazing Radio. This is Amazing Afternoons. Delighted to say I'm joined by Barry from Modern Love. Barry, how are you doing?
Oh, great. Thanks very much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on the programme because we've been playing a lot of your recent singles, especially the most recent one, Take Me Far Away, here on Amazing Radio. It's gone down really well with our listeners, both in the UK and internationally. And you're finally getting to come over to the UK in November as well to do some dates, as much as, anticipation about that because it's been sold out as well. I guess not long to go until the tour, Barry. Are you excited for it?
Yeah, I mean, this is like the first headline tour that we've ever done, which since we started the band at like 16 years of age, it's kind of been the dream. And I think especially after lockdown and COVID and everything, with releasing as much music as we were releasing and not being able to hear back or know if anyone was, out there on the other side, investing in it or enjoying it. Releasing those tour dates and having them sell out as quickly as they did, it kind of was a pinch ourselves like moment because we like suddenly realized, oh, there's people out there that think what we're doing is cool, um, as opposed to just throwing music there out into the ether and having no one on the other side. So yeah, can't wait.
Yeah,
Been a
it's
dream for a while.
excellent. And you seem to be growing profile-wise with every single you've been putting out, and you've been pretty prolific with your singles and EPs. As you say, since COVID, and do you feel any kind of pressure as musicians to make the next single better than the last one, or kind of thinking about that?
I think a lot, and we all listen to kind of everything. Like we all listen to different kinds of music. So I think with every release, we want to do something. We kind of got back into like our like emo roots. Growing up as kids, we all kind of listened to a lot of Blink-182, Taking Back Sunday, that kind of thing. We never really explored that in Modern Love. So yeah, I think just always want to try doing something new.
Yeah, you mentioned Blink-182 there, making a huge comeback as well with a new album and a tour. It'd be pretty sweet to get on that one as a support, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think our drummer Keen, he's like been in love with Blink-182 since he was like 4. I think he was onto our management begging.
Yeah, why not? Why not? In for the stars, and then if you hit a little bit lower, who knows
Yeah.
what might happen? You know what I mean? This new EP promises to be great from what we've heard so far, Barry. Tell us a bit about the process, though. How you went about writing? Was it anything different to the previous EPs, and who you worked with on this new EP, and where did you record it?
Yeah, so I think on this EP, what people are going to hear more of is kind of, well, I suppose this is the first EP that we've written since being back playing live shows. And I think playing those live shows gave us like a real taste to, of what's to come and going on tour. And I think with this EP, we've been a bit more like in your face with the music. It's not as, it's not as poppy or dancing around the point. It's kind of a lot more like indie rock driven, and I think that's because those are the kind of songs that are just really fun to jam out live. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of that on it. Just a lot more, you know, overdrive guitars, a lot more shouting.
Yeah, it
um,
sounds more. It's going to be more. Yeah, and more like immediate to the listeners, and more direct, and that's a good thing.
yeah, the directness to it that we didn't have on the last two EPs. Yeah, we recorded it in London in Snap Studios and Pony with a guy called Tom Leach, and we worked on a few of the songs with an Irish producer called Adam Redmond. Our bassist Danny is actually producing one of the songs on it as well that we're just finishing up. So yeah, it's been fun to like after COVID being able to go over to London and stuff like that. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. What's the? I guess you obviously are very ambitious. You can tell by your music. It's very anthemic. it's music for big spaces, which I would coin it as, and I guess you must have a kind of plan in mind then, to make a full length record, tour more than just the UK and Ireland, I guess.
Yeah, that was actually something that we were discussing amongst ourselves recently. It was there's been sort of an ambitiousness, I suppose you could say, in the music that we didn't really realize. We were, it does sound like something you'd play in, you know, in a stadium or something like that. And I think that was just us, reaching and trying to get out of lockdown or get out of our small town in Ireland. I think that's sort of a and yeah, with the next steps with the band, I think an album is always what we've been working towards eventually. And yeah, we just found out that we'll be playing South by Southwest in March, and that we're going to be going on sort of a tour around
Cool.
that band, kind of the goal as well. So yeah, that's the plan, just to tour and to release albums as much as we can.
Amazing, amazing. That's the dream, right? And it sounds like, the end of 2022 is going to be pretty cool with this tour, but 2023 is going to be possibly the year of Modern Love. I can hear it already. You're going to be playing all the festivals. You just mentioned South by there as well. That'll set the tone for the rest of the year, I think. It's going to be a very exciting time, Barry, for Modern Love, and we're happy to be here to help you along with that and support you where we can here at Amazing. Thanks so much for taking the time this morning, Barry, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks so much for having me. Cheers for giving us the plays.